Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. In today's video I am going to be doing a perm rod set style on my hair. As you all can see, we are starting off with freshly washed and conditioned hair, and to go ahead and get this style started off right, we are going to go ahead and section our hair off into sections. Sections just makes the process go by easier and a lot more smoother, so I will be using my clips to clip my hair away. In this video today, I am actually going to be using different mousses. So the first one that I'm actually going to be using is the MFL Locs and Mousse. No worries, I will make sure everything is linked below. The reason I'm using a lot of different mousses or foam lotions for this style is because this is Operation Use the Products on Your Shelf, okay? I am that person that will have 50 million products and some of them are still full, and I hate being wasteful. So today you all will see me using a little bit of all of the mousses that I have to make sure that I can style my hair. So once you get that mousse laid on your hair, you're going to want to of course detangle very thoroughly because this controls the smoothness of your curls. And as I am rolling with these orange rods, I am holding my hair very tautly to make sure that everything is nice and tight and smooth. And if you have to smooth the hair on the rod a few times, this also helps as well. But to make sure that you get the best curls as possible, you do have to make sure that you are holding your hair as taut as possible. And one thing about these perm rods is that they are not comfortable in my opinion. So I just do the best that I can to just weather on through it, but they're not comfortable to me, okay? And I am that person sometimes where if I am not going anywhere that particular night, I will also toss and turn with these rods in my head, but it is very uncomfortable, okay? Next up is this Design Essentials Almond and Avocado Foam Lotion or Mousse, and I am kind of using this as I approach the crown of my head. I feel like Design Essentials gives professional styling products for some reason. I do feel like it is more of a higher quality styling product, and I wanted to use this as I approach the crown and center of my head because that is actually an area where I have the most trouble. I like to call it my stress spot. Like if I am stressed about something, honey, that center of my head will definitely show, and I have come to find out that it's really genetic. So I do my best to use quality products in that area, but to also be as gentle as possible. Now with this section right here, now you all can tell I was really moseying on through this process because this section is actually really large, but in the end it's actually not going to be problematic with the style that I'll be doing today. Now in the front on the sides here, we are going back to using the MFL mousse, and then as we get more to the crown of the head, I am going to be using the Do Mousse Def. I actually thought that using the remaining product that I had to do this in the front of my head with my favorite mousse would actually create more definition, but I realized that because I was really at the bottom of the bottle, I really didn't get as much definition as I wanted. So just to kind of like give you all some insight, if you are doing the same thing where you're trying to use out the rest of your mousses, make sure that when you style the front of your hair, actually use the mousse that you have the most product left in, because this one was struggling, as you all can see here. Once you are all rodded up, you definitely want to sit up under the dryer. This is not a style where you can just air dry. It actually needs to sit, and that means like making sure that it is at least like 85% dry. This is actually the next day. I kind of gave you all a little spoil in the beginning. I did sleep with these rods on because I just wanted the curls to look as fresh as possible. So here we are removing the rods, and before I get into separating these curls, I am going to go in with my Olaplex oil that I am kind of trying out. This is actually the first time I'm using it, and I am trying this bonding oil on a perm rod set first. So the top is like, it leaks out very slowly, so of course you have to like bang it a little bit on your hand. So I'm just going to smooth it onto my curls, and then I am going to begin separating. I'm not too thrilled about my roots, so I'm actually going to go in with this Remington flat iron, and I'm only going to smooth my roots. I am not scared about getting heat damage because this is actually like new hair strands on my hair and they tight, okay? So I'm just going over the roots just to smooth it out just a tad bit. This hairstyle actually needed to last me like for sure the whole entire weekend because I was going on a girls trip. So I needed this to be right, okay? And when I mean right, that means I don't need no bad hair days because we only trying to stress about having fun. And before we officially separate, I'm just going to add a little bit more oil to my fingers just to reduce the amount of frizz that may come from the separation process. And here's what my hair is looking like with all of the curls separated and out. If I only had to wear this style for 1 or 2 days, I would be fine. But looking at my ends and seeing how some of them are kind of frizzy, especially in the front, I already know that I have to do a style with this perm rod set just to make sure that I can get through at least this long weekend with my hair looking very presentable. So what I did was I created 2 nice and tight flat twists in the front and kind of had that as a style in the front with the curls in the back. Now this actually lasts the entire weekend and then some. I actually wore it to work for a few days as well, and I had no issues with my hair being styled this way. So this actually lets me know that the MFL mousse that I actually use in the back of my head, as well as the Design Essentials product, it actually had a very nice hold to it. Now I usually love the Dew Mousse Depth, but when you get to the bottom of the bottle, just go buy another one, okay? Or if you're like me, only use the products that you have enough of to really complete the style. So after I get everything pinned into place, I am also going to go ahead and lay my edges and add some mousse on top just to make sure that everything is set into place. And after about a good 20 minutes, here's what my hair is looking like. It is really set into place. My curls have volume, they have definition, and after all, it just looks overall effortlessly, and that's what I go for with my hairstyles. As always, I hope you all enjoyed the video and found it useful. I can't wait to see you in the next one. See ya!